Guys, we got the game started. $500 on the line. We, of course, cannot forget about Shake and Dice. You see in the overlay, coming up is Foggy versus Leon. And here is the tail of the tape for these two guys. Lots of zeros on this patch. 0-0 in history of this game. 0-0. And who's better in this? Foggy, of course. Super freaking good versus human. Let's see where things are going from here. Is it time for the new imballation? Or is it time for the dominating human race who won 100% of all Back to Warcraft Cups on this patch? We'll see about that.
Foggy in the past didn't play much Demon Hunter in this matchup. Does it change? No, it doesn't. It is the Warden. Not the first time we see her on this map. Thinking back to Raraland, you may remember that game of Lawlight versus... Wait, was it?
Starbuck.
Was some human. Starbuck. And yeah, that was quite the showing. Yeah, I was expecting some Demon Hunter here, especially on a map like this where you can harass the expansion well. But no, Foggy, perhaps still not a fan of the Demon in this match.
Or he wants to show us that the patch is not all Demon Hunter, but other heroes are viable as well. Yesterday, you know, Remo, I was so happy seeing the new patch and seeing all the new changes and also debuting our new stream design. And 10 minutes after the cast, I got a DM. Immolation is so OP, oh my god, it's gonna ruin the whole patch. My life is in shambles.
Alright, who was that from?
Friend from Norway.
Okay, I think I know who you mean. Yeah, it's been looking pretty good, but you know, it's early days of the patch. It's pretty exciting. I mean, if you guys saw my response, I also feel like the numbers that they chose for Immolation, they're a little bit worrying. Just like from a numerical standpoint, a little bit worrying, but I mean, it's exciting. This is uncharted territory once again, and while we have no Immolation here, there's still lots of opportunity for it later on today. And, you know, especially, we're going to see Dice later on, and Dice likes the Demon Hunter quite a bit, I think.
He did play it yesterday versus Happy in the final, where Happy was playing human, and he destroyed him on Twisted, but Happy obliterated him one map later on Rusty Creek. So, Demon Hunter with Immolation currently at a 50-50 win rate.
Look at Xlord in the chat, by the way. He says he has no time to play, and then he's still in the chat, not even participating in the tournament. Xlord, you continue to disappoint. Well, at least you are reliable in that way.
I love how you come back after like 4 weeks or whatever it is, and first thing, 7 minutes into the broadcast, you insulted Xlord 3 times.
He deserves nothing less. Nothing less for our German Meister. We just have a lot of creeping here at the beginning.
Yeah.
Gordon trying to level up fast, as she always does. Found some amazing items. And we have double Ancient of War for Foggy to slow down the tech quite a bit. The expansion play for Leon also quite delayed. So he went for shop into green into natural. That is the level 3 creep route. And then wants to set up the expansion with precisely this. What's Foggy going to do about it? He's not going to all in with mass hunt. We've seen that in the past. No, he's going to attack. Try to creep up that Warden. But this camp won't quite be enough for level 3 just yet.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. But alright, he's gonna get there and then he can go and hunt some footmen who got not buffed, the peasants did. So I wonder, is the Warden late game still so strong as she was before? Do the 10 HP make a difference?
It depends on the damage roll and on the items on the Warden. Like, the way it used to be in the past is foul knives and one right click would be almost always enough, unless you have, like, almost no damage items on the Warden. But, yeah, this should make hunting down the peasant with, especially level 3 fan, a lot more difficult, which will be a late game nerf to the Warden. But I would say the biggest problem for the Warden anyways is the time before she gets level 5. And I don't know how much has changed, really, with the peasants.
Probably not too much. We see a nice detonate. 3 water elementals on Leon's side. That guy is hydrated for sure. Or is he dehydrated now? Does the water from water elementals come from the Archmage? Or does it come from Earth? We'll probably never know. But in comparison to what happened at Raraland, Leon is having a fine early game.
Yeah, he's intending to play aggressive here, as humans oftentimes do. Get level 3 on the Archmage. You can level very quickly with the Militia, expand behind, and then pressure, mainly with the goal to buy time. He knows he can't really kill much here. He knows he can't really do significant damage, but it's all about offense being the best defense, because the peasants were untouched this whole time. And honestly, this is looking like a clean early so far for Leon. The only little hiccup here so far in this game is that the lumber is looking rough on the human side.
Yeah. And we were all worried that rifle pushes would be so super strong from Night Elf versus Human, but with the Warden, of course, that's pretty hard to play, and Foggy decides not to go for that. Leon decides not to go for that, but rather an expansion. Town Portal 4 after the powerful Shadow Strike. Tech should be starting soon. Lumber is a little low, as you said, and Foggy is unfolding tier 3. Was he gonna go for a second hero? Will it be one base? We're about to witness this.
Oh, the Warden staffs onto the Wisp, finds the Archmage, who doesn't have a TP anymore. Foggy finds the vulnerability. Mistake by Leon. Not getting boots, not getting telestaff. He's gonna lose his hero right here.
Boop. And that's, of course, a huge jump in experience. Ouchie! Right when you want to start the tech, but now you have to invest some lumber into getting that Archmage back. Tech started instead, so Leon on the way to playing StarCraft or practicing Stormgate already.
Yeah, I think that was an important play for Foggy. Very nicely done, by the way. He got the telestaff, he got a very mobile Warden, and the Wisp was ready in the back. Even without Ultra Vision, which... Wait, does he have it? I don't think he has it, right?
Not yet. I mean, it's only available on tier 2 and he didn't queue it immediately, so nope.
Yeah, but that was an important kill. I think if he doesn't get that kill, Foggy might be in trouble here because he didn't have an expansion coming, he didn't have a big timing coming, he didn't even have a second hero yet. In fact, he only has 3 archers, but yeah, that hero kill, an important move for him, and a bit unfortunate for Leon. He was underestimating the power of the level 3 Warden. Should have gone for more safety on the Archmage, like I said, either boots or staff, or ideally both, but didn't get him, lost his hero, and now Foggy has a new lease on life. He's trying to creep more in the top left. That should be level 4 for the Warden. The question still is he gonna try to counter-expand or go for a Bear Bust? Do these Bear Busts even work anymore? Because the Bears have certainly been nerfed quite a bit.
Remo, haven't you heard? Bears are unplayable now. They took my Reju away. Why am I supposed to play them? They don't do damage. They're made of paper.
I'm so happy about that change, by the way. The double Reju was so dumb. It was so stupid. And my silent wish is still, my silent hope is still that hopefully Night Elf Mira isn't going to be all Bear Mira anymore, but, well, we're going to see about that.
Well, your silent hope is also that the Tinker Rockets can attack everything from everywhere.
Bro, that would be so good.
Yeah.
That would be so amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, trust me.
No, I don't.
No, denied this time, but the Warden was denied a bit of experience here from the footies. She's finally now level 4, and with that she is super mobile. Always a great level up for the Warden to get the level 2 blink. While the AM has finally returned. Leon seems like he's afraid of a Bear Bust. He's going for 2 towers at the Expo. So the scouting is lacking a bit here. This is the second mistake, I think, by Leon. Normally you should have one footy out on the map to you know, look for stuff. But he doesn't know about the expansion, so he's perhaps over-investing into defense. And he also had formation toggle on there for a second, which...
Whoopsie. Yeah, something seems very wrong with Leon's Warcraft. Yesterday, we had to restart a match because all of a sudden Reforged graphics was on, and we know that nobody wants to see Reforged graphics ever again.
Yeah, and the fact that you play with 30 FPS then is also not quite that fun. But Leon, he's going tier 3 right away. We have seen lots of human tier 3 upgrades with the staff, with the orb, both being cheaper, a lot cheaper, and also heroes being cheaper nowadays. There's a lot of gold that can be saved, and a tier 3 transition is easier to play, which I think is one of the best changes of the patch, especially for human. What's he gonna play with it though? Is it gonna be tanks, or what is the idea?
I mean, they were reverted, which is also one of the best changes of this PTR phase we got. I want to take a little moment and thank our supporters because we got a lot of subs in. Thank you, Jake Matic, for the 10-month resub. Double digits. Coach, Apfelsinbaum, 27-month. Rick Prime, 52-month. Belusted, 28-month. Marius Tudor, 14 months. 2023, new patch. Hell yeah. Follow Duro with a 49-month. That is very lovely and a good start to the stream.
Automation at the top is going to buy a lot of time here. Going to cancel the expansion. It's going to slow down the economy for Foggy quite a bit. Going to force the Warden to staff back. She can force the AM away, of course, but he's got to staff himself. This means the MK might be able to creep. But Leon is playing it safe. Doesn't want to risk the MK, risk the footies, because Foggy is looking for that creep jack with his whole army here in the south. But he's not going for a Panda second, something we saw in the past. He's trying to rely on the Warden solo. She may get level 6 this game, but the human is going tier 3. And with tier 3, I would say humans can deal with a level 6 Warden, unlike with tier 2 only.
Definitely better chances. We get the breakers now, who got more armor right off the get-go. And since he's going tier 3, the nerf doesn't affect him here. But there's also no summons on the way, so that is not important. Staff cheaper, orb cheaper. Are there any other changes on tier 3 that I'm missing?
Sorcerer's Master Training. Only 200 mana polymorph. Pog champ.
Mass sheep, let's go.
Be funny if he actually plays it. Still seems not very reasonable to me, but we'll see about that. It's a double workshop, by the way.
Yeah.
Late as well.
Knights, breakers into tanks? I mean, mortars are always good. Maybe because it's so late, he decided to go for double workshop so he can queue one mortar and the upgrade immediately.
Yeah, this reminds me of old Turner Stand days, where humans would just be playing Knights and Breakers because the Warden and the AoE in general otherwise is quite strong against them. But this would be with MK first. That's not quite the case here. Oh, Workshop. Is it gonna get cancelled? No, just barely finishes. This saves Leon a lot of time. Can repair this now. Should be able to with the rest of the army coming to defend. The Warden might find a kill on the MK. Nope, there's a potion that saves him for now. And waiting desperately for the pally. Where is the holy man with the holy light?
Baptize this little dwarf, my man. Wonder if oh, careful. That's a kill despite the potion. Leon may be busy in the north, where the Archmage is causing quite some trouble. This expansion still hasn't mined a dime. And Expo tier 3 is up. Foggy's still on one base. Interesting start to the Invitational.
Yeah, still seems pretty even of a game. I think I'd give the lead to Leon. Once he gets to 70, maybe 80 supply, and he gets some more levels, he's gonna be very scary. And like I said, this Warden, if she gets level 6, isn't gonna be the end-all be-all. Callie's taking a good amount of damage. The staff might help him, but the staff is on the Mountain King. I expect a lot of mass staff play nowadays, by the way, by the humans, with the cost being decreased. Pally goes down with a potion again. Leon! Wait, didn't he have a potion?
Nope, he didn't. It was on the Mountain King.
I thought he gave it over because the AM had 2. Leon losing more heroes here than he's supposed to, though.
Yeah, I heard he played a little Dota when we were at the ESL Meisterschaft. Hopefully you're not losing your hero that often in that game. But we see tanks now with upgrades. Animal War on the way as well for the Knights. And for Foggy, it's just more and more, but there's a 20 pop lead. Warden gotta reach level 6 at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And despite the MK dying, he actually got some decent experience. He's really close down to level 3, which is of course the big level up. And is he gonna get it from this camp? I think he will. The level 5 creep should be enough, right? Yeah, dude. This MK, despite being under lots of pressure, actually in a good position now. Quite strong in the tally. Well, only level 1, but he's decent on level 1. But Leon supply blocked. Leon, what's going on? All these small mistakes adding up really unnecessary.
Maybe the coffee was not hot enough. Oh, the tank! Last second. Yeah, maybe not enough coffee.
Yeah, just continuing to creep in the meantime. There's more experience, getting the AM closer to 4. Also MK closer to 4. Ideally, of course, you would love to have this experience on the Paladin. But, well, Paladin's still benched. Finally, now getting revived. The supply block has freed. And I guess also a few frees died to the creeps. And MK got lots of great items. Look at that. He's got the Orb of Fire on the Mountain King. Should probably pass that to the AM, but Leon is not bothered at all with his bear attack in his main base. Perhaps he should be. Perhaps he's not going to get this Pally back after all.
So close. Again. Okay, saves him. But that's once again 3 buildings dead. That was the case yesterday already in Leon games, where he deliberately gave up on, I think, 2 racks and 3 workshops or something. It was odd, but what we do have is a siege engine over at the Entangled Gold Mine trying to stop the mining. But Foggy just decimates more and more army, more and more buildings.
And now it's time for level 6. Here we go. Warden finally reaches level 6, but doesn't have enough mana for the ultimate. While finally Leon goes over to attack the opponent's main base himself. He's got good levels now. Level 4, Archmage very good. MK level 3, close to 4. Foggy TP's home with the help of the Moonwell. This should be a fight that he can win. Knight goes down. Staff not used. The next mistake by Leon. Unfortunate to see that these keep adding up. He uses the staff now to save the breaker, but the Knight was more important. Tank harassing at the expansion in the meantime. Forces some repair. Won't get the kill though. Without attack upgrades, the tank's not that scary.
No, really not. And also in low numbers, they're not that scary. And numbers can't really rise at the moment because there's still a severe lag of production buildings, and because Leon has to rebuild all the production buildings, he can't really go for upgrades that fast. He gets the second one now, or the third one for the Knights, who have 11 armor now, which is ridiculous. But yeah, Foggy, better and better. 1200 gold, also low on lumber. Not enough woodchucks in this game.
I would have half expected him here to go for a shredder, but didn't do that quite yet. Leon playing pretty passive, just defending for the most part, creeping as well where he can, and not concerned too much with a big attack at all. Just a few tanks harassing maybe the Archmage. Getting the next red camp though would be huge for him. The next big item, plus good experience for the Pally. But Foggy's trying to harass once more. Normally, when the Ward reaches level 5 and 6, she retrains into Final Knives, but we've seen none of that.
Yeah, the 10 HP on the Peasants. Katka's Pipe, very unfortunate item, and Leon loses yet another production building as the Bears are plowing forward. Certainly noticeable that there isn't too much rejuvenation, but the mana management is improved. Arcane Tower is down, Avatar is up, and now we got a little bit of a base race.
Seems like Foggy's army might be stronger at the moment, but the question is, how important are these heroes going to be? The Tri-Hero of the Human may come out on top. Both here players now going for the opponent's expansion. Foggy TP's home. Is Leon finally going to take a fight? Or will he TP out once more? He TP's out after taking out the expansion. Huge moment for Leon. Last couple of minutes didn't seem to go his way, but that's a big play. That's a huge play for the Human. But Foggy, he's still in a fine position. He's got a good army. He's got lots of gold, so losing this extra income isn't even that bad for him.
Okay. Leon, can he finally spend his gold? Does he get he gets a second blacksmith, or does he have to rebuild the blacksmith? Oh, he has to rebuild them, right? Yeah, okay. Thought second blacksmith for more upgrades, but of course it makes no sense. I'm a little dummy. Remo, some things don't change.
I hope things change at the expansion here for Leon, because there's no mining going on at the moment, and Leon doesn't have a huge bank like Foggy has. Foggy seems to be getting stronger and stronger, and when you have only melee units like with Knights, dealing with the Avatar Vengeance is not easy at all. You know, inner fire rifles, buddy. Like I've always said, perhaps it is the better way to go, but now Paladin in a bad position, too far forward, way too far forward. This Pally is always supposed to be in the back of the army, and now he might be about to die. If the Warden blinks forward, she can get that kill, but there's a staff to save him, but the Pally out of the fight. The next big mistake by Leon. I think there's starting to be too many mistakes to take on Foggy.
Takes out the Avatar though, holds for now, but a whooping 12 supply lead. Foggy still with a huge bank. Can he reach this Druid? There's Reju, right? There should be. Off we go. A severe lack of mortars in that fight too. Seriously missing them. He also got... Wait, did you mention this already? There's double orb of fire?
I did not. The Pally has an orb of fire?
The Pally and the Mountain King.
Ah, yeah, true. Just not the Archmage. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Okay. Well, it's only 5 damage nowadays, not 7 anymore, but it's not cheaper. By far the cheapest orb in the game. Against Rejuve, it's really good. But, I mean, he already has breakers against that, so I don't know how effective it is in the end, but fair enough. Trying to go for the Tree of Life again. The Knights have quite a bit of damage. Heavily upgraded, but the Archmage is in trouble, has a potion. Don't miss it this time, and he doesn't. And gets the cancel towards it. No, it wasn't even a cancel. I think it was just a straight up kill. Ow! On the tree, and saving every unit on the way home. Great attack by Leon. But he's still mining at the expansion. Only now notices, and this was a lot of mining time lost. Well, the upside to that is the expansion is going to last longer. But yeah, quite a bit of gold missing here for Leon.
We are approaching the late game. That means gold mines are running out. Only 1k available for Leon in his main. Foggy comes in with the Avatar again. There's still lots of corpses. And we got a new sub in Zebi Forlight. Thank you for the 50-month I Love Warcraft and your cast. I love that blink dodge.
That gets once more away. Upgrades on Foggy's side, by the way, surprisingly low. Foggy's also pretty low lumber. Both sides are fairly low lumber. And the Warden, she reached level 7, but she hasn't seemingly become unbeatable yet. But if she gets a bit more... How high can this Warden go? This could absolutely be a level 9 Warden game.
Oh yeah. The Bear's a little out of position. Still, this mass melee army is so weird to see. The new power of the Spellbreakers. 11 armor on them, 13 on the Knights. Really hard to break. Bear staffed out, and all of a sudden it's only Dryads left.
The Warden, feedback upon her. Will have to staff out here before too long. Staffs in! Goes for the Archmage. Oh, realizing that there's no mana on the MK. That looked scary. But there was no Stormbolt ready. Water Elementals probably shouldn't be summoned anymore, to be honest. But there was one more experience for the Warden, and now she's level 8. But level 1 Shadow Strike, not really that good. I mean, Power Knives.
That's true. A little bit of extra damage against workers, but even though they're hurt, they're not calling in sick. They're working until the legs fall off. And it is, yeah, a little noticeable that they have more HP. Certainly a little help. Foggy, this expansion will help him as well. Mining out in just 5 seconds.
He's got the Nature's Blessing, so Neo must not get upset. That's good. And now he can walk over to the natural. And this, if Leon doesn't follow up with this himself, with expanding himself, this is what's going to lose him the game.
Yeah.
If Foggy manages to be on 2 bases versus Leon's only 1, that will be the demise. And here perhaps Leon's biggest mistake in this game is showing that he never was able to secure that 3rd base for himself. So he's under quite a bit of pressure now. He knows Foggy will have another base here ready very soon. But this mass melee army, it seems like it's so tough to deal with the Dryads and the Avatar of Vengeance. I mean, of course, yeah, Breakers aren't exactly melee, but they're close enough to it. And also, the more upgrades that the Knights get, the tougher it's going to be. We're finally going to have the first armor upgrade here in a moment for Foggy, and I think I'm liking Foggy's position more and more, as long as his heroes don't get out of control. But the Pally reaching level 3 soon will be a big, big level up.
I would so love to see mortars. I mean, I know blink in, shadow strike, right clicks. It's relatively easy to deal with mortars if you have a warden, but there's also 3 staffs now. Wouldn't that be the hard counter? Oh, creeps kill the entangled goldmine. Whoopsie. Or is that working out? Nope.
Yeah, I would have also liked to see the mortar teams, but the issue is he doesn't have attack upgrades yet, and Leon doesn't have that much gold. If he had more resources, if he had been mining more, if he had been defending at the expansion more, he would have been richer, and then more money, which also means you can try to do Zeppelin stuff with mortar teams. But yeah, there's something he's entirely missing. He's trusting all in his super powerful Knights and Breakers. Will it work out? We'll see about that, but the Dryad's in the back, doing so much piercing damage, poison and all that, and there's not enough healing. Not enough healing to keep all these Knights alive.
Okay, Warden Dormant, bloodlusted Knight. Nice to see that. Stolen from the creeps, of course. But Leon, you cannot fight this straight up, can you? Feedback damage is still kind of good. Paladin level 3 helps out to a degree. Level 2 Holy Light, but here comes a big Wisp Flood onto the units. Also, yeah, there's no mana available anymore. Bear? Not dead. Safe to the side. Foggy 65, Leon 68. This is still quite a close game.
But the most important thing here is Foggy secures the expansion, and we have long distance mining from Leon in the bottom right, but that is not a straight up expo. This is very little income only, and Leon now in dire straits. He lost tons of his army. He doesn't have the proper counter against the Dryads. You mentioned the more teams before. Well, it would be hard to make them work, but mostly he needed more resources, he needed a more stable defense, he needed to lose fewer heroes. Leon now finally getting severely punished for his mistakes in this game.
Yeah, Foggy wasn't mining in the upper left for a long time, so that's why his gold is rather low. Can he get out, or will this be too greedy? If there's a bash, no, Blink is ready. And also Holy Light, getting harder and harder to deal with this army. And only long distance mining bottom right. Bears are at home to clean this up. Is that the last chance for Leon to close this out somehow?
Yeah, what does he need? It's not like there's a level up around the corner that's going to change everything. It's not like he's producing units that are going to change everything. Again, it comes down to the resources. He doesn't have enough gold to effectively go into mortar teams, which is like the only thing that could save him against these Dryads, in my opinion. Foggy's getting richer and richer. Well, he is kind of broke at the moment, but finally he's not suffering from lumber issues anymore, at least. Which also means he could get more upgrades, which would benefit tremendously here, his Dryad and Bear army. And now Foggy can play defense, close to his Moonwells with Ancient of War support, maybe with a shop as well. And Foggy knows time is on his side.
Phew. Would Blizzard
the Avatar,
be?
though. Oh.
What about it? Oh,
Very
dead.
much thrown away, this Avatar of Vengeance. That's the opening. This is where Leon has to strike. The Avatar is on cooldown for like maybe 45 seconds. He has to win right now.
Would love to see Blizzard as well, but you can't have it all. Nice dispels again with the Wisp. Warden almost out of this fight. You gotta be careful. There's more Stormbolt. That could be the big win. Summons the Water Elementals over and over and over. Level 9 Warden around the corner. 2 bears about to fall. These Knights and Spellbreakers are really hard to deal with, but the poison is stacking up. And Leon is running out of mana.
Staffs are doing their best, trying to save the units. 2 staffs on cooldown. A third one, though, is ready. Foggy's waiting for the CD of his ultimate. When's it gonna be ready? Bear comes out with only 1 rejuve, not 2. That's too bad. And he gets stolen onto the Knight. That was a beautiful move. But also useful right away. When is it? When's the ult? When's the avatar? It's counting seconds.
Level 5 now on the Archmage, goes for the Aura. That makes a lot of sense. Stormbolt on the Warden once again. It's daytime for quite a bit, so not too much regen. Leon still with a chance to close this out, but he's running out of gold in no time. We check the gold mine real quick. 1,500. Foggy has 100 supply, and there's level 9. Fan of Knives getting quite a bit better. And there it is with the Shadow Strike on top of it to threaten the Mountain King, but there's a Holy Light.
Yeah, this is where you would love to have no blink level 3. That's why I think when you play Warden solo, I think you should never go blink level 3, honestly. Because if you get level 9, you would have level 3 fan and level 3 Shadow Strike. Pretty pog. But I think he's done it. I think he's held. The Avatar's back. There are corpses. Finally, Foggy has stabilized. And Leon, he's got 70 supply still, but he's got only 2 minutes. 2 minutes of mining at the natural. And then it's gonna be checkmate, son.
Lazy human army chilling around the castle. Just healing up, just resting. Now they have to be thrown into the fight once again. There was almost no time for Leon to heal and regen up. And Foggy is coming in with a big force. That decision to stay with a lot of Dryads and not too many bears, pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Dryads, they suck against rifles, they suck against mortar teams, but against this army, they work out really well. Foggy now quite bold. I think he's being a bit over-aggressive here. The army's hurt, the Warden's out of mana, humans next to the shop. Foggy, is he being a bit too bold here, perhaps?
Oh, let's see about that. It's a lot about the human heroes, of course. Next bear down. It's still a lot of supply, but that's about it. And the question remains, for the past 12 minutes or so, how to deal with these Dryads.
Someone on the Warden is going for the big play. Can we see a bash? Not fast enough to kill the Warden. Both players losing a couple of units, but Leon only has 1 base income, of course. The Pally as well. Wait a minute, almost going down. Heal potion transfer. Pally survives. A couple of Dryads also falling. MK level 5. Now he's got a bazooka in his backpack. It's a bit scary for Foggy, and I would still say that perhaps Foggy was too aggressive. Pally! He gets the Pally. The Pally would be the huge kill to seal out this game. And he gets him. No way to save him there. Archmage in trouble as well. May just take down to this dot damage, and certainly does. Level 10 on the Warden in the end. What a way to close out the first map.
Exactly. Invitational map 1 gets a Warden level 10 and a 30-minute game. We gotta be finished by 6 o'clock, you Remo. Then it's Meisterschaft relegation time. If things continue this way, we're a little bit in trouble. But yeah, Foggy, clearly the winner of map 1.
Yeah, Leon has in fact managed to finish up the 3rd base in the bottom right. But I would say this was way too late. So he's got still income after the natural has expired, but Foggy knows about it already. Warden stacking up with mana, potions, clarities, everything. Level 10 Warden. Mrs. Stalker has had a fun time here after being in a bit of trouble. And Leon, kudos to him for being behind for quite a while, but staying in the game. But also a bit of a shame considering how strong his position was earlier.
Yeah.
But like I said, a couple of mistakes made and Foggy closed the door. And this game seems absolutely hopeless now.
Thank you, Taker, for the raid. I hope you and the tower are really well or doing well. Saw you had around 100 people at New Year's. That's impressive. Congrats on the launch. So when will Leon fold and give up? Can't be too much longer. Warden decked out with a mana potion as well. Or Peel Scroll. Nice. Yeah, let these fuck games begin. Doesn't even need it.
Ready again, and well, Leon's gonna try to defend. Not even.
No.
Expansion fall, waiting for the heroes to return. Doesn't have the gold for the AM res. He has to sell some items. which does not feel good. But Foggy, he's got the perfect warden, he's got the perfect army, and he's just getting ready for map 2.
I think so too. Yeah, still got like 15,000 gold or something. That's pretty good. And there's another knight for free, just like the tank before. Upgrades are growing and growing. I don't really see, like, is it time for mass tally? Not really, with the Archmage dead. So Leon only on double heroes, 20 supply down, no range, no hard counter or anything. There's just no advantage left.
Yeah, Pally out of mana. Oh, we see the level 3 Stormbolt here. Pretty good damage. Oh, but Foggy ready with the save with the 1 staff that he has. Leon is trying his very best. He's fighting like a lion, waiting still for the AM to return. But uh-oh, Foggy has found the Achilles heel, which is the altar in this case. And just such a huge army. All these rides, all these bears. Can't be dealt with anymore, especially since the healer is
Indeed. Boop, altar goes down. And if you have no place to pray anymore, you should probably just give up. Warden goes for the backline. Pally can't, of course, baptize himself. Stormbolt to the rescue. Mountain King is a good friend, but this is death and game. At least there's a lot of things to improve upon for Leon on map 2.
Yeah, there were quite a few mechanical mistakes that he made. Especially not paying enough attention to his heroes. Losing them way too frequently. With the Warden, it's all about momentum. And losing those heroes are crucial for the mid-game. My biggest question is, should he have tried to pressure more on tier 2, build a tier 2 army, creep more, get high levels, build a stronger mid-game, and then transition tier 3 late? I think that's the big question that humans have to ask themselves now, which is, what's the proper way to go? Are you still gonna want to go tier 2 first, or is tier 3 rush the best thing? It seems, of course, very enticing because of all the tier 3 buffs, but if you rush tier 3 and you don't have a tier 2 army, then you will be fairly weak in the mid-game.
That's a lot to figure out for the stars of the scene, and this was, of course, a match between 2 stars of the scene. Foggy takes the 1-0 lead, looking good, so far at least. But yeah, as we said, Leon, that wasn't the proper start for him, really. Formation on for a long time, etc., etc. That can be improved upon, and he might be doing that on the next map, which is Shallowgrave, and that's also a map that Foggy is not playing too often, because it's not played in too many tournaments recently. And Leon, of course,
it's still a shame. I think you saw in the group chat with Ted, right? Where I was trying to tell him, bro, you gotta involve Shallowgrave. It's a good map.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't have it. He didn't want to hear it. The Chinese are still being resistant, but that means we just have to push it even more.
Okay, maybe we can settle in the middle somewhere as well. Yeah, but we'll see. Let's go.
What do you mean in the middle? What do you think is better? This map or Amazonia, Neo? Huh?
I mean, we don't have much in common, Remo. But the hate...
we have that in common. We certainly have that in common.
The hate on Amazonia is a way to bond, that's for sure. Well, alright. The first map ever between Leon and Foggy goes to Foggy, who's also one of the big favorites here in this tournament. Let's see if he can just close it out 2-0, or if we get game 3. I'd certainly love that. Go, go!
And Foggy is showing us a cool opening here. He's playing a neutral hero build.
Whoa.
With an Ancient of War over at the Merc camp. This oftentimes signals towards a Beastmaster. Creep that camp fast, pick up the Mercs, creep up more, get a fast level 3 Beastmaster, perhaps the best tempo hero in the game, which is something that is available to Foggy. Something that the Light's been doing lately is playing a bit of Dark Ranger, but I don't think I've ever seen Foggy do that yet.
No, that must be a Beastmaster, I'm pretty sure. Remo, by the way, the people demand that you raise your volume a little bit. I tried to do that on my end, and I failed, and I feel bad, so you gotta save the people.
Alright.
They haven't heard from you in a long time. Boost yourself.
Alright, this should be a good bit louder.
Yes, I think so too. Let's hope for the best.
Guys. We always do. We are optimists over here on Back to Warcraft, as everyone knows.
Oh! Is that the thing of the new year that you don't paint me as a pessimist anymore?
Well, you always were an optimist. I always knew that. You were just doing a pessimist cosplay, you know. I like that you have finally seen the light, and that you started going to church like me.
Yeah, that's why. But I go to online church.
Shadow Priest, Shadow Priest, dude, Foggy.
What?
What?
What happened?
You lost the Shadow Priest to creeps. What?
Well, it's a fragile unit, Remo.
Oh my god. Oh my god. If he was playing against like Chimiko, the game would be over right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm not to blame for these players here, by the way. It's all Remo. He did the invites.
Lost the Shadow Priest to creeps.
Yeah.
And it took like 10 seconds for the Shadow Priest to die.
You know, it's sometimes they're just distracted.
Yeah, by what though?
His cat.
Yeah, that's let me tell you, that's not a good start. But Beastmaster's still level 2. You got the big mana potion, which is amazing for him. He can spawn summons here for days and use it right away. Sees the town hall in progress. Might just be able to cancel this one right away. And imagine having 2 abolished magics here. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, truly. But the summons are still pretty good, and Expo can't be built at the moment, so this is a timing win for Foggy. Nice saves thus far on the Peasant. The question is for how much longer? Not much longer.
Oh.
Peasant's still getting wrecked despite their buff.
Need more HP. 350 next patch. Well. Peasants lost. Expo falls. Archmage not level 3 either. This is a rough start for Leon. He's close to level 3 at least, but yeah, this is not the opening he was hoping for. On this map, humans almost never go for the Merc Camp, and I still feel like, isn't that a mistake?
Yeah.
Merc Camp normally so good.
You know, Remo, we don't have much in common, but we can come together on that. I think so too. Like having the Shadow Priest, especially against the Quillbees, would have been so good. We love the Bash Bear, we love our Misha, but against towers, Quillbees is quite good and easy to dispel. So that is a timing thing, of course. It's a little bit of a greed thing. But now we have pretty much a stalemate despite the huge tech advantage for Foggy.
Tier 2, right around the corner. Beastmaster will have to go for a second hero edition. I wonder what it's going to be. On one base, normally it's going to be Demon Hunter second. But since the opponent is not going to be on 2 base, maybe more of a Panda play. We'll see here in a moment. Almost level 3. Elasticity here would be huge for Leon. Oh, and he got it! Oh, that's a big deal.
And it's around!
And it's around.
Wow! All of a sudden, Leon exploding. And that might have saved him the mid-game here right now.
Got the dispel there towards the end, so the Beastmaster does get level 3. Foggy, a big fan of Quillbeast level 2, so he chooses that over the Bash Bear, which saddens me a bit, but we'll have to live with it.
Hold on, Remo. Be patient. You will see the Bash Bear in just a little bit. We see new subs. Thank you, Sir Knete, for the 8-month resub, and Feanor5 for the 7-month resub.
It's a Naga second for Foggy. This is a lot of target fire. Very good synergy with the Quillbeast, by the way. Lots of range DPS with that. Now he has the slow, so it's really easy to pick off single targets. And as long as Leon doesn't have defend, he has no chance against this army.
Okay, only one Arcane. Will the second one construct? I don't think so. Tier 1 human. That's not their strongest timing, really. Is Defend coming? Oh, he would oh man, Defend would be so good!
A lot of pressure that Leon is under right now. We've seen that in the past on Last Refuge. Plenty of times. This was the main reason why humans didn't play Fast Expo against the Beastmaster anymore, because he's so good at tempo, so good at pressuring. But if you want to try to hold this stuff, normally you need at least mercenaries. So again, like I said earlier, the choice to not go for Merc Camp here for human, especially against Night Elf, I think is a mistake. But good Arcane Burn here. Beastmaster losing lots of mana. Micro mistake by Foggy. This means he doesn't have summons anymore. Oh, and look at the Watch Elemental Summon. Blocks in the Naga. Some really cool micro moves here.
Okay, Leon is online. Oh my god. One of the plays in 2023. That was a solid 20-second block, I'd say. Plus the Watch Elemental. Really sweet. That means solo experience for the Beastmaster, getting closer to the Bash Bear. Not too bad. And Leon with excellent control holds.
Yeah, we've seen that plenty of times by him. Wonderful blocks, beautiful surrounds. Of course, earlier also, that's how he forced the TP on the Beastmaster. And this is how he was able to win games at times with these micro moves. Oh, Berserker in a bit of trouble here. Don't want to lose that one. Good thing about losing the level 1 Naga is she is revived very quickly. She's already back. But the Moon Juice is starting to dip quite low. And, as we remember, bears don't have that much mana anymore.
Exactly. And heroes come back faster from the altar, in case you didn't follow the patch notes too quickly. It's only 33 seconds now. That's a 3-second buff on level 1, a 6-second buff on level 2. So, it's more forgiving to lose your hero now. A little bit.
Finally gonna be a bit more aggressive here, look for some more kills, but... Oh, it's got the Orb of Venom. Lots more damage coming in now with the perfect timing, by the way. Beastmaster gets surrounded, but can't hold that surround. Oh, I love this, by the way. As there's defense finishing, now we don't have the the piercing damage being so strong anymore. Having the Orb pick being added in now is the perfect time for precisely this. But Foggy, he hasn't set up a counter expo. And he's still got a small army. Leon seems to be getting stronger and stronger here by the minute. Oh, but I didn't see this until now.
Yep.
The tech was actually very late. It only started now. This is still going to take some time.
There's a 2 tech advantage for Foggy. That's a lot. Don't bring knives to a gunfight, I'd say. Maybe the towers can help. That's the only chance that Leon got left. Master Bear's ready. So let's see what this one Siege Bear can do. Shop will be falling. That second tower is never coming up. But will this expo hold?
So many Quill Beasts. There is defend now, of course, at least, but is that going to be enough? We'll see about that. Foggy now finally starting the production rounds again. I think it was a little bit slow on that at times. But all the bears that are going to be trickling in will be quite strong. Finally, level 2 on the Naga, level 1 Fork Lightning. It's not amazing, but it's a bit more DPS, which is now the only way she's going to use mana. Cold Arrow not really anymore because of the Orb of Venom. No Orb on the Beastmaster, by the way. I feel like Night Elves underused the Orb on the Beastmaster. It's not the very best carry of the Orb in the world, but I think it's decent.
Could add the double Orb. Of course, Foggy was also very greedy. Super Rush Tier 3 plus Rushed Orb and Staff, so that's why his army is so low. But again, Leon seemingly holding thanks to the strength of Defend Footman. Archmage rising up to 3.6. The Claws plus 9. Very, very helpful. And Foggy is grinding his teeth here a little bit. On Leon's
the fresh bear.
base.
How much does he miss double rejuve now?
Oh, quite a bit. Shadow Priest is trying his darnest. But shouldn't be enough.
A couple of seconds of waiting, you still have the double rejuve, but you can't morph the bear right away. Interesting.
Gotta make some choices in a strategy game, who would have thought?
Oh, and the second bear brought Roar and Rejuve, and now he's in Master Form. This is actually looking not too bad for Foggy at all, but there's a tower coming up in the back. Where are the militia? They are needed here to help out with the defense. Double racks, by the way, ready. Mass footies trickling in. But Foggy seems to be very all in. Still no counter expansion anywhere in sight.
Yeah, nothing. This has to work. This has to be a bear bust. But it's not looking that great. Now we got the level 2 Bash Bear. Leon trying so hard to get these towers up. Needs some tower Viagra. Next to the shop as well. Tier 2 finally done. Mountain King coming in as well. One footy after the next, just dead. What a slaughter!
Naga's getting close to level 3. But Foggy's very low mana everywhere. But the bears coming in with the rejuve and all that, still doing a good job. Roar applied once again. Of course, there's still no breakers to steal any of this. These bears have insane value still.
Right on. And the towers have been broken again by heroes and the Berserker. Can Leon somehow get these 3 herd bears? No, they're attacking the town hall now. The last stand for Leon. He might be eliminated right now. There's no fallback net. It's not double elimination. It's do or die.
It seems like this position is finally broken. MK, how much can he change?
There's no TP on the Beastmaster. There's a staff though.
He's got a staff though. Yeah, he's waiting for it.
Woo. Woo, woo, woo. Dude, if Leon holds this, somehow, would be a miracle.
Lots of stuff about to die. Level 4 Archmage, new water elementals, no Dryads here for the Dispel. Well, there is one. But that's not quite enough. But the towers fall as well. This is still very touch and go. A lot of bears are about to drop. The Beastmaster is still far away.
That's one. That's maybe with a surround too. Nope, just... Oh my god, look at all these corpses. Can't even count that high. There's more corpses than I have fingers.
Such a slaughter, dude. But the Beastmaster's coming back. He didn't pop the clarity. Bit of a mistake, but he still has decent mana to summon in more units, and the Bash Bear can be added in as well if Foggy wants it.
So funny.
And there he is.
It's mass footmen versus bears. It's not even rifles or anything. Nope. Just footies. And they're getting zapped.
Yeah, Leon's bleeding out. He's bleeding out. He doesn't have the casters, he doesn't have the healing, he doesn't have the tech necessary. And Foggy playing a bit of a dangerous strategy here, this all-in. But it will finally work.
Will it though? Bears. 3 of them about to drop. Level 4, okay.
Level 5.
Okay. Yep, that's pretty strong.
He's going for the Quill Beast. Look at that thing go away at the tower.
Oh,
my god.
GG, well played. Foggy is closing this out, and Leon, after winning against Happy yesterday, Foggy seemingly too strong. 2-0, I wanted to say a clean 2-0, but that wasn't clean, man. That was dirty and bloody.
Yeah, fun series, good back and forth. But Foggy proves once again how strong he is. I think especially on map 1, he was in a bit of trouble. That Warden didn't get off to the greatest start. But Leon made a few mistakes that allowed Foggy to take control.
Okay, no Demon Hunter, no Immolation, but Warden and Beastmaster. That was the way. Peasants were still slaughtered. It felt like everything was as it was in patch 1.34.
I would say the bear nerf is noticeable, but believe it or not, Neil, they are not unplayable. Other than that, we didn't see Demon Hunter Immolation. That's a bit sad, but maybe we will have another chance later on.
Yeah, we got Dice. He's up against Shake, so in that matchup, probably not. But who knows? That was game 1 out of 4. 3 more quarterfinals left. Foggy advancing to the semifinal, where he will meet the winner of the next game, and that is either Krav or Tiesiok.
Absolutely. Krav finally showing his return to the tournament scene once again. Always an entertaining player. Always a player also who really thrives in the early patch days when things aren't quite figured out yet. That being said though, Undead really didn't get many buffs now, did they? So I wonder what he's going to go for. He's going to play against Tiesiok, who's known for being a very strong Blade Master player. I wonder what these are going to show.
Man, yeah, of course, we can't underestimate the buff for the DK Ultimate, which is going to be insane, and we're going to see it every single game.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about Undead and we'll talk about Orc in the next match. We throw you into a little bit of a break to set everything up, do the map picks and bans. Time for Krav versus Tiesiok after.